So we're going to make a crochet bikini top today, and we're going to use Paris drops, yarn and a size 5 hook. You'll also need a pair of scissors and a yarn needle. Sorry, my brain went blank. Chronic fatigue issues there. So the bikini is worked by working each of the triangle pieces. So you'll make 2 of those, and then you will add them together, and joining them together will make the bottom strap, and then we'll add the neck strap as well. It'll all make sense as we go, I promise. So a good way of getting a personalised fit so that it fits well for you is to find a bikini top or a bra that fits you really well, and measure the cup and like make it into a triangle, because we are making a triangle. And then obviously you're going to increase or decrease the size closest to your own measurements to get that perfect fit. Sometimes that means we're going to have to frog some things and try again, but that's all the fun of crocheting. So slip knot, and then for this size small I'm going to do a chain of 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A nice loose chain of 12. Then we're going to yarn over, and into the second chain from the hook we're going to then create a double crochet. And then we're going to double crochet into each of the chains so that we end up with 10 double crochets for our first row. Yeah, so that's 10 double crochets. To start the next row we're going to chain 3, and that counts as your first stitch. And then for this row we're going to do double crochets, but we're going to alternate between doing a front post double crochet and a back post double crochet. Our 6 rounds completed. Now for round 7 we're going to do the same to start with. So we're going to do 3 chains, and we're going to continue the pattern along to the end, and when we get to the corner that's when it changes. Starting to get to the corner now, so the last one in the pattern is forward, and then this last one we're going to put 3 stitches, 3 double crochets, and that's going to make the turn. And now we're going to work across the side, so into the side of the stitches, and we're going to add 11 crochets across the side. Again, if you're working a different size, it goes up So it's either going to be 11, 12 or 14 across your sides to the end. So it's 11 and that's the end of row 7. You can see we've made a bit of a round. Then for round 8 we're going to do the same again. So chain 3 is our starting chain, turn our work, and we're going to continue this pattern, but we need to work it backwards to work out what we need to do. So the last one we worked was backwards, so forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards. So this first one we're going to pull forward. Last one on the corner, and then we're just working back now into the previous round. For the next 4 rows we're going to do the same thing, but on each corner we're going to add 1 new stitch, and then on the round after we're going to work it in. Coming up to the corner now. And this is where we're going to have to add our stitch. So I'm going to complete this pull back here, and then I'm going to increase by adding a stitch between these 2 here. And on the next round we'll work it into the pattern. Is this round complete? We're going to do 3 more rounds, and I'll meet you back when they're complete and we'll be ready to start joining. Okay, so the next part is to turn 2 into 1 top. So if you notice, the cups do have a shape to them where there's one curve and one straighter line. So the curve is the bit that goes in the middle and the straight line is the sides. Let me see, curve, straight line. So what we're going to do next to put them together is we're going to start here or here if you're right-handed, but it doesn't really matter. And we're going to do a double crochet all the way up. Then we're going to chain 35, work a single crochet back into the chain, and that's going to make the tie on this side. Double crochet down, do 2 double crochets across these 2 bits to catch them together, double crochet up here, chain 35 again to make the tie, single crochet back down, double crochet down to here, and that will join them. And then once we've done that, we'll come back and we'll work out how to do, or we'll talk about how to do the body tie. Okay. Love you, darling.
We don't have to explain ourselves to you. Ready to give him my guy?
See, just a loose knot just to hold it. Right, so we've worked up the crochet up here. I don't tend to count these stitches, I just do whatever works for me to try and make it look pretty. And I think that looks nice. So now we're going to chain 35 to make that first strap. Didn't look right, so we've done 45, and then we're going to just do a single crochet in each of these from the second loop in, so that's going to be 44 single crochets. I'll see you at the end. Again, I'm not counting these, they are just what feels right to me. If you want it absolutely identical to the other cut, then count how many you did on that side and work the same number of crochet stitches into this side. I'm not being that pernickety today, so we're just going with what looks right. The next step for this one, we're making this as a bikini top with strings around the neck and around the body. So I'm going to make a long chain and then work my way back, double crocheting each of these across, and then repeat the chain back out here to make those ties. An alternate if you wanted, and what I did for my top was that I measured around my waist and I made the chain the right length to go all the way around me, and then joined it back here to make a continuous round rather than having the ties. So you can do either option, whatever works for you. As I said, this is not for me, it is a gift, so we're going to go with the chaining option, the tie option, sorry. So let's get on with that. Now we're back to the beginning, and we're going to slip stitch to close that, and I think we're going to slip stitch into the next one just to minimise that little gap. I don't like that gap very much. And then we can tie off. Then we just need to weave in the ends. And it's done.